Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to KnobHead Football. Today we got a film breakdown on Mac Jones, quarterback out of Alabama. He was the 15th overall pick to the New England Patriots. Thanks for all the support on the Justin Fields video recently. Really appreciate that. So yeah, if you enjoyed this one, like and subscribe. Go check out my Lawrence, Wilson, Lance, and Fields breakdowns if you haven't already after this one. Let's just get into the good, the great, the bad, and the ugly of what Mac Jones does. Alright, let's get into some of his good plays. So here we're gonna start out with some of his runs. Safe to say he's the least mobile quarterback out of the first round guys, but doesn't mean he can't run. He doesn't do it often, but here are a couple plays just showing that he can when he needs to. So yeah, 3rd and 5, drops back to pass, looks downfield, doesn't see anything, dives, comes up short. Again, not some super crazy athlete by any means, but yeah, just kind of showing that he's at least willing to run, even though he's not amazing at it. All right, here's another run. He's going to play action, roll right, sees that check down is covered, and he's going to make an incredible move for this first down. No, I'm joking, but, you know, a little stutter step, very slow on the cut, but, you know, he gets the first down. So he got what he needed. Maybe a couple extra yards there on that dive too. Here's another run. Here's going to go through a couple of his reads. Going to take off and make somebody miss in the open field, which is rare again, but nice to see. So yeah, steps up. Gets that linebacker leaning a little bit. Again, not some crazy runner, especially compared to the other first-round guys. I mean, like, when you're comparing him with Lance and Fields and Trevor Lawrence, obviously, the running ability is not going to jump off the screen, but just showing that he has the ability to do it. All right, let's get into a few of his deep passes. One thing about Mac Jones, super accurate. But he also, like, his receivers are open a lot of the time, obviously. They got so much talent at Alabama, especially on the outside. So yeah, a lot of his deep throws are like this, where, you know, Devontae Smith has a couple steps on his DB, but still puts it in stride, puts it in the perfect spot. All right, here, Waddle's going to run a little post, kind of a sluggo, but like a post and go, I guess. But a deep double move. Get those DBs leaning a little bit, similar as the last play. Got some steps on the DB, so again, nothing crazy, not a super tight window. All right, next, and like I said about the receivers being open a lot, he also a lot of the times has a clean pocket, so just keep that in mind. I'll show some plays where he doesn't, and he still makes good things out of it. Yeah, a lot of what you see at Alabama is him just throwing from a clean pocket to a fairly wide open receiver. So just keep that in mind. But either way, still a nice throw, slightly underthrown maybe. Should have been a touchdown. Makes Waddle come back a little bit for it. That's one thing on his deep balls. He doesn't miss them too often, but when he does, it's usually underthrown, kind of limited arm strength. Here's another angle on that same play, just to show that double move by Waddle. And then just to show how much space he gets on him, like I said, slightly underthrown, probably should have been a touchdown. But yeah, still complete. All right, here he's going to have a clean pocket again. Just drop back off his back leg, wide open receiver. Again, there's so many of these. So that's what these aren't in the great play section for a reason. It's not some insane throw. I'm just showing that, you know, on these deep balls, he can put it in a good spot. All right, here he's going to just give a little bit of a slide in the pocket just to buy himself a little more time on the rush. Again, nothing crazy, just tiny little slide. The throw is really nice here, though. Devontae Smith's going to run kind of a deep corner here. But yeah, just watch Mac Jones, play action, and just a little slide, buy himself an extra half second. Nice little touch pass on that corner, puts it perfectly on the sideline. All right, here's going to be a couple deep balls in a row here that are all going to be incomplete and penalties and stuff like that. But yeah, here, Devontae Smith doesn't really have a 3 yards on the defenders like he usually does. So those deep balls I showed before, obviously the receivers have space. So here's just a few examples where good coverage by the DB. They end up calling a PI on him on the defense here. But I just like the placement of the ball. Puts it where only his receiver can get it. If he's not held, that's probably a catch. All All right, here's another kind of deep throw. He's going to fake the screen to the outside, and then that tight end's going to fake the block for a second, go up on a little fade or wheel, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, again, it's another incomplete pass, another defensive pass interference. But yeah, just puts it in a really nice spot. Only his receiver can go get it. Yeah, gets a hand on it. Probably should have been caught anyways, but yeah, they called a PI on it. All right, here, he's going to drop back, play action, step up to avoid the rush. Again, puts it kind of right in the breadbasket there. Another defensive pass interference. But yeah, nicely thrown ball. Again, could argue that it was slightly underthrown, but yeah, not going to blame him too much on that. All right, here's another deep ball. Just back of the end zone. Again, nice placement. Really good. Wasn't a penalty on this one. Really nice coverage by the DB here. But yeah, again, clean pocket. Drops back, but puts it in a really good position for his receiver to go make a play. DB just gets his arm in there, but placement on the ball can't really get much better than that. All right, here he's going to drop back. 3rd and 7. Between two safeties. Really nice throw on a post there. If one of these safeties gets his head around, it could be picked potentially if he can find a way to get his head around, but kind of splits the safeties. Just a really nice throw there. Misc wasn't able to bring that one in, but placed pretty well there. All right, next, just showed you some of his just deep passes. Now is going to be his like movement in the pocket and just kind of his feel of the pocket. So again, he's not some super mobile quarterback at all, but he has a really good feel in the pocket and he can move pretty well when pressure gets to him. And again, it's Alabama, so pressure is a rare sight. A lot of these throws that he has are just going to be from clean pockets, but sometimes, you just have that defensive end coming off the edge, still not even really a threat, but without looking at him, he just feels him and steps up a little bit. So again, not some insane play where he evades the rush or anything, but just showing the feel he has. He's not looking at this guy at all, blindside. Yeah, just step up, give himself another second to hit that throw. Again, open throw to Waddle there. All right, here, more just movement in the pocket. And then nice little touch pass there on the corner. But yeah, not some crazy play. That's the thing about Mac Jones too. The stuff he does really well is the accuracy and the movement in the pocket, but nothing he does really well is going to be super flashy. So that's the main difference between him and all these other first round guys. The best throws that Mac Jones has are just accurate throws, but not anything crazy. Whereas, Trey Lance's best plays are insane runs, long runs that not many people can make. And Justin Fields has kind of everything. And same with Trevor Lawrence, and Zach Wilson has all the insane arm angles and all that stuff. So yeah, Mac Jones, you're not going to watch him and be like, whoa, this guy is super flashy, but he just does a lot of the little things well. And just a nice game manager, I guess you could say. I know game manager has been kind of like a slight to most people, I think, when you're talking about non-elite quarterbacks. But he's really good at, not screwing things up, basically. Here's another angle on that same play. Just going to drop back, step up, feel that pressure. And yeah, nice little touch pass for the touchdown there. All right, here he's going to get a pressure pretty quick off the edge, basically untouched. Again, doesn't happen often. And 3rd and 9, 0-yard gain, not some crazy play, but just is able to get the ball out before his knees touch the ground, get the ball into his playmaker's hands. All right, here's going to drop back, going to go through a couple reads, step up, take a hit, and complete the ball for a first down. So he's going to have Mechie on this cross right here. He's going to come open. So this is kind of where he's looking at. But yeah, kind of wants that, but that pressure kind of gets to him, so he's not able to stand in and make that throw. Steps up and hits Devontae Smith. All right, here he's going to, similar play, going to read the pressure, just slide slightly. So this linebacker is going to blitz here. He's going to see that. And just watch this little slide. So right here, he kind of identifies. He knows he's coming off the edge. So he just slides a little bit to the right. Gets his eyes off of him too. I like that. He knows this pressure is coming. He keeps his eyes downfield, but he still has that awareness to slide just to buy himself that little extra second or two. So again, not super mobile, but still knows how to buy time. A slant kind of between zones here. Puts in there quick. Not some crazy arm strength on it. Not some super high velocity throw. Just again, showing the accuracy in a fairly tight window in between kind of 3 defenders there for the first down on 1st and 15. Another similar play. Mechie's going to run a slant here between the zones. Strike on it. Gets there before that linebacker can make a play. Either make a play on the ball or hit his receiver. Again, clean pocket. Steps up a little bit. And then, yeah, just drives the ball between those zones. All right, here's going to try back. Clean pocket once again. And then hit that dig to Mechie. Deep dig for, what was that, 15-yard throw or so in the air. Complete the ball on 3rd and 12 for the first. Just a nice, accurate throw between all these zones here. Picks up the first down. All right, here, just a wide receiver screen to Devontae Smith here, who makes a lot happen after the catch. Again, back to the accuracy. I just like the placement on the ball here. Put the ball in front. Let your receiver catch it in stride to make something happen after the catch. So yeah, if that's behind, maybe Devontae Smith doesn't get as many yards after the catch. And he throws these balls all the time too, these screens to, obviously they have all these crazy receivers there at Alabama. And Najee Harris hitting checkdowns out of the backfield to him. Just kind of get the ball in your receiver's hands and let him make something happen. Nice placement on that ball. Yeah, just in stride. Let's Devontae Smith make a play there. All right, here's another similar play. So Najee Harris is going to run a check down out to the side. And again, just puts it in stride, not some insane throw. Just a nice accurate throw that lets Najee Harris get a ton of yards on this check down. If he puts this even just on his chest or a little bit behind, maybe Najee Harris gets tackled or at least slows down. Just able to put it outside in stride. Najee Harris can get a quick stiff arm and then get a first down and a lot more. All right, here's going to be a nice just kind of improv play. So Harris on the outside is going to run a little hitch and then a delayed slant or whatever, I guess you could say. Mac Jones is going to pump fake it, wait, kind of got pressure in his face on that one, still deliver the throw. One thing about Mac too, like I said, he doesn't get too much pressure, but he's really calm under pressure. Again, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, he doesn't get like too frantic. He's generally good at just standing in there and making a solid throw, even when he's expecting a big hit. Like right here, he didn't take a huge hit or anything, got just barely touched after the throw, but he is able to stand in there and yeah, just deliver an accurate ball. All right, here's going to be just a slot wheel by Devontae Smith again. And, yeah, just going to be a nice high back shoulder throw. 3rd down, you got to complete the pass. And, yeah, just put it where your receiver can go get it. DB, even if they turn around in time, really have no chance to make a play on that. All right, here's a wheel by Najee Harris. Pretty much the same exact thing. Harris doesn't have his defender beat or anything. Defender's got like half a step on him. Puts it on his back shoulder here. Lets Harris go up and make a play. All right, here, I know I touched on his arm strength, just how he tends to like underthrow some deep balls and stuff like that. But here's just a nice play. He's on the left hash, throwing to the right. Billingsley right here is going to run a deep out. And yeah, Mac Jones is just going to put enough velocity on it. That's a pretty deep throw. Again, accurately, like he usually is. That's something that I showed a lot in my Justin Fields videos. He's nowhere near the level of Fields is when it comes to making these like long throws, just like on a dime. But yeah, just showing he can still make it, even though his arm strength isn't to the level of a Fields or a Lawrence or a Trey Lance even. All right, here he's going to go through his reads quickly. That's one thing he does well too. He's pretty smart, goes through his reads, but also does it quicker than most quarterbacks. So this tight end here is going to be like probably 3rd read, I would guess, 3rd or even 4th. But yeah, he's not going to see anything open on that left side, that trip side. Come back to that corner. I have another angle on this too, just to show kind of his eyes. So yeah, he's looking left, little pump fake, comes back right, finds the open guy. Again, nothing crazy. Receiver or tight end was pretty much wide open. Devontae Smith is going to run a drag here, and then Waddle's going to run this like deep cross. And what I like is this Nick Bolton right here, draft pick to the Chiefs. Good linebacker here out of Mizzou. So what I like here is he's got that pressure coming. He knows he's about to get hit. He has this drag to Devontae Smith wide open, but he also sees Waddle here. So I kind of like the aggressive throw, kind of the confidence that he has. That's another thing I really like about Mac Jones. His confidence, stand in there, take a pretty big hit, and make the more aggressive throw. I'll show later a couple times when that works to his detriment. But yeah, takes a more aggressive throw. Waddle's open too. Devontae Smith's wide open and just takes the touchdown instead of the Devontae Smith is so good. This is probably a touchdown anyways, but you know what I mean. All right, let's get into some of his great plays. All right, here, again, showing that movement in the pocket, and then he's going to scramble. Doesn't run often, but he can when he needs to. And yeah, nice movement in the pocket here. What I really like to see there. Has some underrated speed. You don't see it very often, but when he gets into the open field, he can move a little bit. He's not just like a Peyton Manning out there, running. You don't see that pocket break down very often. So yeah, it's nice to see him stay calm there and scramble for the first. All right, here he's going to play action and just put a perfect ball right over the ref there on that slant. A couple things I like about this, obviously the accuracy, perfect throw in a tight window, but also how quickly he gets his head around. So he's going to play action, get his head around really quick, see that really quick, and yeah, deliver a perfect ball. All right, here, Devontae Smith's going to fake the block and then come on like a delayed slant. Again, Mac Jones, the confidence, he's going to take a hit. He knows he's going to take a hit here and just waits. Waits for it to come open, waits as long as he possibly can, delivers a strike. Again, it's like pretty good velocity on that ball, and obviously the accuracy is rarely a question with him. Perfect ball. And yeah, he takes a big hit as he's throwing this, stands in there, knows it's coming, and yeah, able to get that ball to Smith, who takes it to the house. All right, here he's going to play action. Nice little touch pass over the defenders. I have another angle on it that shows it a little better. But yeah, play action. Just a nice little touch pass. Again, the accuracy, a couple different types of throws in his arsenal too. But yeah, ball placement on that, absolutely perfect. Receiver can make an easy catch on it. DBs have no chance to get to it. All right, here, I really like this throw. Again, pretty clean pocket. Stands in there for a long time. And then just delivers a strike to the back of the end zone. Super accurate again. But what I like here is his slide. Going to keep sliding back, buying time until Devontae Smith comes across the back of the end zone. Again, not super mobile. Like Fields, for example, could just run out of this or, roll out left and come back for the throw or whatever. So Mac Jones isn't going to do that to that level, but he can just buy time like this. Just a little slide, just really subtle, just backing up. And yeah, drives that ball in there. There's another angle on it too that shows just him sliding, backing up, buys himself an extra second. And I mean, that throw is pretty incredible there. You can't place that any better. Once again, accuracy is pretty insane. Similar to Justin Fields, I would guess just from watching the games that Justin Fields might be a little bit more accurate, but kind of splitting hairs at that point. They're both super accurate throwers. I think that's the best part of both of their games. All right, here, tight end's gonna fake the block here, run a wheel. He's so good at these throws. I showed a couple of them in the good section. Just these like slot fades, these wheels, things like that. He's really good at making these throws, or whether it's like a wheel out of the backfield to Harris or something. But yeah, drops back. Tight end doesn't have really any room to work with here. Defender's playing in a good position. But yeah, the ball's just in a better position. Defender can't do anything about that. Pretty much perfect coverage here, but yeah, even better throw. All right, this is going to be, he's going to rip this ball to the back of the end zone. Again, he's got a clean pocket, and Devontae Smith bails him out a little bit with an insane catch. But the ball placement, again, is pretty crazy. Velocity on that ball, Devontae Smith is going to go up, basically snag that with one hand, bring it down with two. But But yeah, just a really nice placement on the ball. Clean pocket. Drops back. Drives it in there. High. Only his receiver can get that, and he does. This is Stingley here too. Really good DB. Probably going to be a, I don't know, maybe even top 5, but definitely top 10 pick next year. And yeah, just delivers it high. Nice catch by Smith. All right, here is going to be first drive of the game against Alabama. Mechie is going to run a fade here. 3rd and 8, and Mac Jones is going to be perfect on the throw. Pretty clean pocket. And yeah, just drops it right in the basket there. This D end is going to come off the edge a little bit here. Not going to end up being a threat, but just watch Mac Jones slide up a little bit because of it, even though he doesn't really have to. But yeah, just feels that rusher coming on the outside. Slides up a tiny bit, and yeah, just makes a really nice throw. 78-yard touchdown on the first drive of the game. Kind of set their tone for their offense. All right, here's going to be a skinny post by Mechie here. And he's just going to barely beat the safety there. Really nice throw. So yeah, play action. He's going to step up too, kind of on the run a little bit here. Sees the safety's got his back turned. Just a tiny bit of room here. Not much room to make this throw. And yeah, just drives that in there. All right, here's another slot fade throw. Like I was mentioning before, really good at these types of throws. It's also going to be like a 0 blitz. So they're just kind of bringing everybody here. Recognizes that quickly, like he usually does. Recognizes that quickly. Know he has to get the ball out pretty fast. So yeah, gets the ball out fast. Perfect ball. Smith would tell you he should have caught that. Pretty much right in his hands. But yeah, again, in the perfect spot. Catchable for the receiver, but also this defender has no chance of making a play on that. Another slot fade here. Great on these throws. Drops it in, pretty much the same as the last one. They blitz here too. So yeah, he knows he's got to get it out quicker than normal. And yeah, perfect ball over the shoulder to Mechie on 3rd and 13. All right, here Waddle's going to run a seam. There's going to be a perfect throw. Back of the end zone. 2 defenders there. Nothing either of them can do. Accuracy is crazy on this. Waddle's going to get an insane release. Couple steps on both this nickel and the safety. Mac Jones, again, clean pocket. It's Alabama. But yeah, still, perfect pass. You can't do that any better. So yeah, you can nitpick him and say, oh, well, you're throwing to Waddle, who has a step all the time, and you're throwing with this O-line who's always protecting you and stuff like that. You can nitpick like that, but I think his accuracy shows up whether it's a clean pocket or he's got pressure in his face. So I don't see that as a big issue or anything. All right, let's get into some of his bad plays. So here, just a couple batted balls. Nothing crazy. Just short throws. And the reason I'll show the next one first. But the reason I even show these, because it's not like, again, it's not some terrible play, just a batted ball. But the reason I show these is just to compare him and a few of the guys in his class, like a Zach Wilson, for example, and Justin Fields too, and Trevor Lawrence. They all can use these crazy arm angles to get around this defender. And obviously it's not going to be effective 100% of the time, but I don't think Mac Jones has that same, just level of, I don't even know what a good word for it is. Just the arm angles, like sidearm throws and all those things like that. He's nowhere near the level of like a Zach Wilson. So that's the only reason I show these plays in there, because maybe like a guy like Zach Wilson would find a way to get this ball out to Harris on this check down, fake this guy out with a little pump fake and then a sidearm throw or something like that. So yeah, just kind of showing the comparison between those two. So yeah, this ball is going to get batted and then picked and then, return for decent gain. Najee Harris is going to make a nice tackle there. All right, here, nothing crazy. Occasionally though, when he's under center, he can screw up a few of the snaps, screw up the exchange a little bit. Now this is Landon Dickerson, the center. I'm not even really sure. It could be the center's fault. It could be his fault. I don't know. I just figured I'd throw him in here. But yeah, so just bobbles that. Doesn't really affect the play. Maybe slows it down a tiny bit. Here's another one, and this is kind of pretty bad just because it's supposed to be a QB sneak. So you're just grabbing that and obviously just trying to get the 1 yard first down here. It's 3rd and 1. Just drops the snap under center. So again, not really sure. Is that on him? Is that on Dickerson? Who knows? I'm just putting it in there to show you. But yeah, drops that, and then Harris is able to pick it up and get the first down anyways, but yeah. All right, here, kind of like the batted balls, I'm really only showing this, not because it's a terrible play, just to compare him with everybody else that went in the first round. Here he's just going to roll right and get caught from the back by this defensive end. Whereas, I mean, this can happen to anyone. I just think pretty much anybody else who was drafted in the first round, whether it be Lawrence, Wilson, Lance, or Fields, they're all probably getting out of this and at least able to throw this ball away. But instead, Mac Jones just doesn't have the speed, so he's going to take a big sack here for negative 10 yards or whatever on 3rd and 3. So yeah, just, again, showing that comparison between the guys. It's not some terrible throw or terrible play by Jones. Just, yeah, comparing him to those other guys. All right, here's going to be just a, slight overthrow here. Lead him a little too far. This was dropped, but probably should have been picked, or at least could have been picked. But yeah, kind of nice throw in between zones. He's got some pressure coming behind him. Almost nice placement on the ball, almost perfect. But yeah, just slightly leads him a little too much, and it's almost picked. So nothing terrible, just showing that even though he is super accurate, he can have a couple throws like this where, just misses a little bit. All right, here's going to play action, slide a little bit, do his patented slide, and then this one's going to be underthrown. Similar plays the last play, kind of just tight space, but this one's underthrown a little bit and probably should have been picked. It was dropped again. Trusts himself a lot, which, I mean, you like to see. But yeah, this one's just a little behind and probably should have been picked. All right, here he's going to stand in the pocket and for a long time, then eventually roll right, and then come back across his body. Again, this is a tough throw to make. This is low and behind Najee Harris. Really tough throw. So again, this is a similar thing again. It's like I'm not trying to just criticize him a ton because this is a really tough throw to make. Still catchable even. But yeah, the ball hits the ground just low and behind. Still catchable, but again, the only reason that it's even in here is showing most of the other quarterbacks who were drafted ahead of him could make this throw across his body. So just kind of showing his limitations in that sense. All right, here, another play action, clean pocket, deep ball, just going to be underthrown and picked here. Most of the time, like I said, on these deep balls, he's pretty accurate on them, but it's just the arm strength that becomes an issue occasionally. Yeah, just underthrowing some of these balls. So here's an example of that here. He's late on the throw too. Could have released it earlier. Again, clean pocket. Yeah, doesn't give Smith a good chance to go up and catch it. And then picked by Kelvin Joseph here. All right, here's going to be a deep curl to the field side, far side of the field. It was complete. The only reason this is in the bad section is again going back to the arm strength. Like the ball just dies a little bit. So, and I just wanted to throw that in there. So again, tough throw, long throw. He's on the right hash, throwing a deep curl out to the left side. So it's a long throw. But yeah, just showing how the ball just dies a little bit. Just because he doesn't have the same level of arm strength as a few of the guys that went ahead of him. All right, this one, he's just going to kind of miss the throw. It's going to be a quick out by Devontae Smith here. The worst part about this is that he puts the ball inside, high and inside. If you put it outside and it's incomplete and just goes out of bounds, who cares? But yeah, put that inside. And then Devontae Smith tries to go make a play on it, tips it up. This could have been picked. A short side of the field, too. It's not a super long throw or anything. He doesn't miss these throws hardly at all, but just showing occasionally he can. But yeah, would like to see this on the outside shoulder. All right, here, like I said before, he's really good at just reading defenses in general, but occasionally he can miss a wide open guy. I don't know, it's Alabama, so on every play, someone's wide open. So eventually you're going to miss. You're just going to not see these guys. But yeah. Here he's just going to be focused, kind of staring down the left side of the field. I think this is Billingsley right here on a little cross. Is going to come wide open. And yeah, Mac Jones just doesn't see it, has to take a sack. And yeah, just kind of staring left, doesn't get to his other read quick enough, and yeah. All right, here is a similar play. This ball's going to be complete for a first down. Nice result on the play. But again, this is Mechie right here. Going to run a little post and going to be wide open in the back of the end zone. And he just misses him. Just doesn't see him. So yeah, okay, every once in a while that'll happen. But again, yeah, it's not something that happens like every drive or whatever. And here he's saying my bad. He sees it pretty much immediately. So it's at least good that like he missed it, but he saw it like right after. It didn't take him 24 hours until he saw it in the film room to be like, ah, shit, that guy was wide open. All right, here he's going to, got a clean pocket here. This is going to be third down too. He's just going to take the more difficult throw. So he's going to run this post and be double covered. And then Devontae Smith is just going to run a dig pretty much wide open at the first down line. But yeah, just throws this. It's third. You got to get to the 24-yard line. And so Devontae Smith is going to be open on the 24-yard line. Should be an easy first down. Mac Jones can obviously make this throw. We've seen it before. But yeah, just kind of like a similar play on the good plays that I showed where he takes the more aggressive throw, which I liked, at least when the more aggressive throw was open. Just gets a little too confident or whatever, a little too ballsy, I guess, and yeah, throws us into double coverage when he doesn't have to, when he's got his Heisman winning receiver on a wide open dig for the first down. All right, let's get into some of his ugly plays. So here, this is going to be weird. He's going to step up and then just super low throw. I don't know if this ball just might have slipped out of his hands or something, not really sure. But yeah, just drop back, just way low on this throw. No chance for the receiver to get it. Not something you see very often, but yeah, occasionally he'll just miss really bad, which is what happens on this one too. Just misses super high on this tight end here. Wide open. Has a little bit of pressure, I guess, has to step up, but yeah. All right, here he's going to get pressure just at his feet, and he's going to just throw this away in the pocket and get a grounding here. Not really sure what he's thinking. I guess he's hoping Devontae Smith is close enough to this where they won't call it grounding, but I mean, that's clearly grounding. Like the pressure at his feet, like just a Justin Fields, for example, and like a Trevor Lawrence and a Trey Lance too. It's like those guys probably aren't getting sacked by this. Like this guy on the ground, they're probably just like, backing up and strong enough to get out of this like arm tackle on the ground. And yeah, showing his, I guess, lack of strength in the pocket. He's going to get just like ripped down by one arm right here. I mean, pressure's going to be immediate. He doesn't really have any choice. I'm just showing, like, again, like guys like Justin Fields and Trey Lance, they're not getting sacked by that, just like an arm. They might end up being sacked by this guy eventually. Like, he might get an arm on him and then, like, sack him. But, yeah, they're not just getting ripped down by one arm like Jones does here. All right, here is just kind of a bad decision. This is super rare from him. So the couple like bad plays I've showed from him are just, slightly underthrown, or this is just a rare bad decision for him. Devontae Smith is going to run just kind of another like slot fade to the end zone here. He's going to run a little hitch. Yeah, Devontae Smith's just going to be double covered, and he's just going to kind of throw it up in the end zone. And, I mean, no reason to make that throw. So if you watch this guy on the outside, this hitch, he's going to be open. So here, he knows he's got to read this corner. This corner's already playing way off, but he should be reading this corner, and this corner bails. That curl's just going to be wide open. Like right here, like why are you throwing this? I mean, you got this guy pretty far back. Just hit this curl. Give yourself a few more yards. Make it second and goal on the 3. Who knows? Maybe this receiver even gets in for the touchdown. But yeah, instead he just risky throw into double coverage. I wish I had the other angle on this because Devontae Smith almost made an insane catch right here. One-handed catch here anyways. But yeah, just kind of showing that's his, like, one of the very few bad decisions I saw from him. All right, that's going to do it for all the bad plays. Let's get into just some miscellaneous plays again, not to end on a bad note. Again, showing kind of the lack of mobility, but also the movement in the pocket. While some of the quarterbacks who were drafted ahead of him could just roll out and get around this guy. Jones, obviously, he doesn't have the speed to do that. But again, he's smart in the pocket. He can make a guy miss and dives for a couple extra yards. Still a sack, but, made a pretty bad play a little better. All right, here, This is just kind of something, if you're a Patriots fan, you'll probably see this a lot. I imagine Mac Jones will be back up for at least a good portion of the season. Here's just a really nice PAT hold by Mac Jones. Perfect. Gets the laces out. But yeah. All right, here, this is going to be the end of the game. Bryce Young's out here, so Mac Jones is going to be on the bench. Just like a little miscommunication. Bryce Young I don't know if he can't find the play on his wristband. I don't really know what's going on. I just want to show, it'll cut to Mac Jones in a second. So they're having this miscommunication. Only a couple seconds left on the play clock. About to get a delay of game. And then it pans to Mac Jones, who's calling a timeout on the sideline. Obviously isn't a great play by Mac Jones, but just showing it's 52-17 in the fourth quarter. He's still engaged in the game, still paying attention. All right, this is actually going to be a play where Mac Jones is on the field and not holding a PAT. So he's going to step up here. Yeah, step up on the run, deep throw on the sideline. Not a bad throw, but when you look at this angle, thanks for the circles, appreciate that. But look at this angle. I mean, this guy he's super wide open. He's got like 5 yards on this defender, on this corner here. And yeah, it's just, again, underthrow. Ends up being complete anyway, so not a terrible play. But probably should have been a touchdown here. I imagine, like, most of the guys that were ahead of him in the draft, I imagine most of them are making this throw to the end zone. But yeah, still complete, just underthrown. All right, here's going to be out of his own end zone. Little pump fake. And, yeah, throw it up to Devontae Smith. Again, little underthrown, just slightly underthrown. But yeah, still complete. He just gets the ball into his playmaker's hands. I know it seems, I don't know, like trivial or whatever, like not that big of a deal. But especially at Alabama, you got playmakers all over the field. So sometimes it's like, even though this is underthrown, it's like out of his own end zone, just throw it up and let Devontae Smith go up and make a play. I mean, he won the Heisman for a reason. Just throw it up, let him go get it. And yeah, Mac Jones does that there. He does that with all his receivers. He does that with Najee Harris. Throws it up to him. So yeah, just kind of like to see him, trusting his guys a little bit. All right, here's going to be just like a deep post. I had a similar play like this earlier where he's got this deep post in between these two safeties. And yeah, this one's going to be not like underthrown, I guess, but just hangs in the air like it said here. Just hangs in the air a little bit longer than I would like. Yeah, just stays up there a little bit. The safety probably should make a play on this, or this corner or whatever that is. Yeah, probably should make a play on the ball there. But yeah, again, just really nice placement on the ball though. Drops it in. Just like to see that come down from the air a little bit sooner. All right, here he's going to drop back, move around a little bit, go through all his reads. Nice placement on the ball on the sideline, like right here. It's 1st and 10, by the way. Just take your check down. You got Brian Robinson like wide open here. Probably this defender's completely turned. He's got a chance to get a big gain, but instead, yeah, just being a little more aggressive than he probably should be. Getting a wide open check down with a ton. This is the closest defender to him, so he's getting it. I mean, minimum 5 yards or something, right? But instead just puts it up and into double coverage, kind of out of bounds. But again, I like the placement on this. Unlike that out before, Devontae Smith ran that out where the ball was like high and inside. This one is high and outside. So again, it gives Forstall, the tight end here, gives him a chance to go up and make the play. These defenders have no chance. But yeah, I would like to see him just hit that check down there. All right, here's going to be just a goal line curl here. This is going to end up being incomplete, but I think it was a catchable pass. But anyways, this flat could be a touchdown here. This defender's closing pretty hard, so I don't necessarily think it gets into the end zone. But 3rd and goal, so you could just hit this flat here. But he also has pressure off the edge, so he can't necessarily just hit that throw right there. But I just like the placement on this ball. Whether you think, he should have just hit this right now, you could definitely make that argument. I'm just showing the placement on the ball here. Got a bunch of traffic here, 2 defenders. Puts it really low. And if you're gonna throw to this tight end here, I mean, that's where you want the ball, is super low in the spot where only he can get it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for Mac Jones breakdown. Just my overall thoughts. Again, super accurate passer, really smart, goes through his reads quickly. Again, I'll keep saying it, like, the things he does the best are not flashy things at all. So it's not like you're going to turn on the tape and see anything that's like, oh man, like he's way more athletic than Justin Fields or anything crazy like that. You're not going to see that. Just does a lot of things really well, super accurate. For me personally, accuracy is the most important thing for an NFL quarterback, and he certainly has that. So I think he can be a solid starting quarterback in this league. I would be surprised if he starts this year, to be honest, unless Cam Newton is, as I'm assuming Cam Newton's going to improve a little bit. If Cam Newton's as bad as he was last year, then I imagine they'll put Mac Jones in there just because it can't get much worse. I could really just see Mac Jones sitting for a year, and then maybe next year they see what happens and play him. But I think he could be a really solid quarterback. I don't think he'll ever be some like really elite guy. But yeah, who knows? I mean, Tom Brady ended up being the greatest of all time out of Michigan. So who knows? Anything can happen. And I've heard that comparison a lot too between him and Brady. Obviously, he went to the Patriots. And I do kind of see it just in their like play style. It's more like above the neck type of stuff. The elite parts of Tom Brady are not like, I mean, he's super accurate, don't get me wrong. So I guess his accuracy is elite. Most elite parts of Tom Brady's game are the like above the neck, like in the head stuff. And I think Mac Jones has a little bit of that too. So again, he's not going to be super flashy on his runs, on the scrambles and all that stuff, but I think he's a smart player. Like I said, goes through his reads quickly, generally makes really good decisions, and generally puts the ball in a perfect spot. But yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Go check out my breakdowns on the other first-round quarterbacks if you haven't already. And yeah, keep an eye out. I'll be doing my rookie QB rankings, kind of like a combination of a bunch of different rankings as far as like most likely to bust, most likely to be like a Pro Bowler in their first year, and all this type of stuff. Just different types of rankings. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for some fantasy football stuff in the future and some more film breakdowns on most of the like first round prospects, first round draft picks this season. Anyways, I'll stop talking. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.